So let's talk a little bit about measurements around impact investing. So a lot of conversations like, okay, I like that, but I can look at a balance sheet and understand how a business is doing. When we talk impact, the danger is always that people talk impact, but they don't actually have real impact. And so then how do you measure the impact and quantify that in a real sense? What's the landscape like? What are the concerns around different tools of measurement? And what can we do to maybe improve that? Because what I always hesitate around is burdening entrepreneurs with more reporting.
So it's better. It's better in when you're trying to make an impact to be specific and wrong than vague and right. And I think if you've met one impact investor, you've met one impact investor. Everybody has their thing that they care about, and that's actually great. And so I think with measurement, instead of saying I want an entire balance sheet of the social return on investment from this investment, I want you to say, listen, I care a lot about jobs, but I don't just care about jobs. I care a lot about jobs that pay a living wage in this community or these communities. And it's going to be really important to me that your company pays people well and employs a lot of people. And if I am an investor in your company, I will care about that number. And if you think it's burdensome to communicate that number to me, that means you don't care about that number, which means we're not a fit. But being very clear about why you're investing and what's important to you up front,
Expectations
is really important. And so if you're an impact investor, like knowing what impact you want to have is so important. We have someone who cares a lot about water, would not care about other stuff, but that's fine. And she cares a lot about a particular thesis on water that needs to be reusable. So if you were to say Ethos Water, some people might say it's an impact investment. They sell bottled water at Starbucks and they give away 10% of profits to help water projects in developing world. This woman says that doesn't work for me because bottled water is an extractive product in itself, and I want water to be reused as often as possible, and bottled water doesn't do that. So that is part of her thesis around water. And so I think it's really, really important for you as an investor to say, what problem am I trying to solve besides making money, which is a good problem to solve by itself, and how can I have expectations aligned with the entrepreneur so I know they also care about solving this problem. We have an ongoing conversation. Like
you declare it up front, the expectations are clear, and they don't feel the burden of reporting.
You don't report. I mean, if you're measuring if you care about something, you're going to measure it. And telling about what you're seeing shouldn't be a burden. The problem is a lot of impact investors care about different things than the companies do, and that's where it feels like a burden. It's like, why are they asking all these things that like don't matter?